Check. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, affiliate interview with
All
Ben
right.
Smith in person. It's the first time I've done one of these in person. So testing out some new equipment. Excited about that. Thanks for coming all the way out for this affiliate interview.
Yep.
I'm
Yep. That's
joking.
why I'm here.
Yeah, he did not come out for the affiliate interview. Um, Tell me, so how long have you been an affiliate?
We've been affiliate since 2012. I graduated college and decided to start an affiliate rather than get a regular desk job. So
And you started CrossFit though in 2006?
six. Yeah, I was in high school.
Okay, tell us about that journey.
Yeah. My dad was Navy at the time. He had a friend that was all into .com, follow the workouts every day, and he just kept telling my dad about it because he thought my dad would love it. And my dad told me about it, so I went online and every day I would check the workout of the day and watch the videos, and uh, I watched everything I could on it. Just got obsessed with it, drank the Kool-Aid, loved trying the workouts, and I could do like one every 3 days because they were so hard.
Yeah.
Um,
And you were a senior in high
no,
school?
I was like sophomore in
Oh,
high school.
wow. Okay.
And so the funny thing is, even before that, it was like the perfect thing to find because even before that, my brother was a gymnast, like really good gymnast, and
That's Alec?
Alec, yeah.
Okay.
So we had a pommel horse in the basement. We had the mushroom that he would do circles on. We had rings. My dad made a set of rings, like because he didn't have road making rings, you know. So we had rings in the basement downstairs, and my dad always did like the hardest PT. Like he was like the PT guy in the
Yeah.
Navy, so he always did like the hardest training. It was always circuits, and he would run people through pretty much CrossFit workouts, you know. So it's funny that we found CrossFit around the same time. It was just like right up the alley of all the stuff that we did as a family already. So it just was perfect.
As a sophomore, were you doing any sports?
Baseball.
Baseball. That's
Yeah.
right, you baseball.
I was a baseball player, and then I swam my senior year
Okay.
just to switch something up.
And did you feel like the CrossFitting helped you with those sports?
That's why I did it. I was looking for something to, like, I knew if you wanted to be good at a sport, you had to do something a little bit different than everybody. And there weren't the resources that there are now. And now everything's online. But back then, you had to really go fishing for it. And CrossFit was that thing that just I was just attracted to it, drawn to it. Like, if I can do this well, like it'll help me on the field. And it did. It did.
Did you play baseball in college?
I went to college to play, but I only ended up being there for a semester, transferred back home,
Okay.
sat out, had to redshirt a year, and then the team never had tryouts. They never did anything like that. So I picked up CrossFit at the same time. Like,
And so in that journey, at what point did you come out here? Because your first CrossFit Games was here.
yeah, 2009. So that was my first year of college. So that was after I moved back. And while we're sitting out a year of baseball, I picked up CrossFit, competed the games, and I was like, this is what I'm going to do.
And then after that, 2009, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, I was lucky. I made it back, and I ended up, doing the right thing to make it back over and over. So
How many total times did you go to the games?
11, I believe.
11.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so in 2012, you've been CrossFitting for 6 years. You've been to the games for 3 years already. That's when you decided to start an affiliate.
Yes, I was training people out of my parents' garage, and it was like,
That's like the classic CrossFit training story.
yeah, we
Old
had
school.
10 to 15 people over, like, high school kids over at the house that were all training in the cul-de-sac. We were in the end of a cul-de-sac, and there were no other houses in the cul-de-sac, so we would just put everything outside. We would just train outside, and it was just people running in and out to use the bathroom, throwing up in the front yard. My parents were like, "You got to do something else. Like, this is ridiculous." So we ended up like getting a small spot and opening up the gym. It was great.
How big was the small spot?
It was like there was two parts. It was broken up into two parts, and it was a little under 1,000 square feet, and then a little under 2,000 square feet. It's about 3,000 square feet total.
Is that the same location you are now?
No,
Okay, because I've been to that location multiple times.
the old one,
The current.
the current one. Yeah, the current one. We own the building, and
Okay.
we bought the land, built the building, and we built it for CrossFit. Like, I designed the building. Like, I wanted it to be symmetrical. You run two classes, like split down the middle,
Yep.
and you had the front space that people can hang out. The kids' room, bathrooms are nice, and it was really cool to be able to make it and design it like that. So my dad helped me with it too,
How quickly did you outgrow the first one?
real quick. It was tight, like right away.
And so as you were outgrowing that, that's when you decided to purchase this
Well,
land.
no, that the land next to us was not for sale. Like, the guy that we had the lease from in the building that we were in owned that lot, and he owned it with like 8 or 9 of his brothers or friends or something like that. And they didn't want to sell it. And then, well, I remember just like walking circles around there, like praying for that spot. I'm like, I want this lot. I wanted to buy this and build a gym. Like this was what I wanted to do. And eventually it opened up like 3 or 4 years later, and we were able to do that. It was a big undertaking, like buying the lot and then putting up the building. Like it was a lot. But
What year was that you bought the lot?
2018, I believe we opened the gym.
18.
18, maybe 17 then when we started building.
Okay. And how long did it take to complete the build?
But
Okay.
we got it done pretty quick. Because my dad's a civil engineer.
Yeah.
And he works at an engineering firm, so he was able to get the stuff pushed through a little bit quicker because a lot of times people have trouble building.
As an affiliate owner, do you recommend, if you're able to, as another affiliate owner, to do something like that, to own your land and own your building whenever possible?
I would.
Yeah.
Yes, I would for sure. Because it's like the lease. You don't know when they're going to raise rates. You don't know when they're going to boot you out. And it's like, what are you going to do? All you got is your equipment. Where are you going to put it? You know. So that way you own something tangible. It's like owning a home.
If there was anything different with the build out, so you built in 18, we're almost a decade later, 7 years later, is there something you would have done different?
Made it bigger.
Made it bigger.
Yeah, we're already growing out of it, and I mean not growing out of it, but like I wish we had more space. We have no storage space. So
Yeah.
we bought like a little
You guys
trailer.
have containers.
Yeah, we
right?
got a trailer on the side. We built like a kind of like a garage or something out the back.
Yeah.
But it was the biggest building we could put on that lot because they required a certain number of parking spots, and we couldn't do a second floor because you had to put in like a whole sprinkler system that would have been like $50,000 and like, codes and stuff you had to go through. So
Yeah.
now a little bit more space would have been nice.
Do you have any mentors in the affiliate community or other affiliate owners or other people that you look to for advice or guidance?
When I was like, I remember I was at a rogue event in
Okay.
like 2010 or
Yeah.
11 or something like that, and I was sitting at the table and it was like Jason and Jack. I remember Jason, Miko, Tommy, Rich, like all Chris, all those guys were sitting down, and I was just like, I was this kid just sitting listening, and I was like, so. What do you do to open a gym? They all laughed, like, because they were all gym owners, and they just all laughed because it's really difficult. And they gave me a little bit of advice here and there, but they just kind of laughed. I remember that. It was funny.
And then you just dove in without
Yeah,
guidance.
yeah. I mean,
Not guidance,
that I
but any,
didn't.
yeah.
Yeah. So I watched everything with CrossFit.
Yeah.
So like you guys put out a ton of content in
Yeah.
a lot of different subjects.
Yeah.
So if you pay attention, it's all out there.
Yeah.
It still is.
Yes, exactly. Even now, though, in your journey, are there or do you just stick with your family? Do you like reach out to any other affiliate owners or?
Just people that I come in contact with,
Yeah.
traveling around for competitions and things like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you feel like in the Virginia Beach area that amongst the other affiliate or Norfolk, Hampton Roads,
yeah.
that area, there's a good relationship between?
I wish we did a little bit more together because
Yeah.
we just don't get outside of our gym that often. Like we don't cross over too much. I wish there was more.
Do you guys host a competition or an event or anything like that?
We do the Krypton games.
Okay.
We've done that for 6 or 7 of them now, and not like in a row. But we've done 6 or 7 of them now total, and
Yeah.
we varied it. Like we've gone to the Virginia Beach Sports Center and did a big, huge event, and we've done it in our gym. So it's good.
I think I remember when you were doing the big one.
Yeah.
I think you reached out and asked a couple little things about the event and gear, etc.
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was a lot. That's why we haven't done it again. We did the next one in our gym, which was great. It was fun. Like,
So quickly, I want to shift gears and talk about your dad. So your dad is going to turn 60 years old,
Mhm.
and he wants to deadlift 600 pounds.
yeah. Now you're putting it on the
Yeah, I'm
camera.
putting it on camera, and it's going to be out there. Is he going to be upset that he put it out there?
No.
Okay,
no.
okay. And he also deadlifted 600 pounds. So it's not that far of a stretch if he can do this at 55.
Yeah, it was online somewhere. It was during one of the
Yeah,
Masters.
that's right.
Events. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think we put it out there too.
I think so.
We might have amplified the
I think so.
video.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. And have you ever deadlifted 600 pounds? Can any of your brothers deadlift 600
No.
pounds?
No, me and Dane have hit 565, but
And Dane's small.
Dane's 5'5", 5'6".
Oh wow.
Yeah, but strong.
Is there anything else that your dad's stronger at? Can he back squat more than you?
He could. Not now, but I could. Yeah.
And just to stay on him for a second, because this is all impressive. He went to the Naval Academy,
Mhm.
and he was a star football player on the football team there.
Yeah, he was a tailback, and then he was the team captain there. I think like 88, 89.
And then he did 20 years in the
Yep.
in the
20 or 21 or something like that. Yeah, and
retired.
then retired, and now he's still working at an engineering firm.
How much is he on kind of your core leadership team for the gym as like a support system?
So he's working he works all day, so he's at his desk, so he does all the business stuff. We work together a little bit more now, and then eventually it will transfer over to my plate when I was competing and doing all that stuff. So I'm like, hopefully someday it'll kind of move over, and I'll have to take that role. But he helps me with the business stuff.
And when I was over there, I met another gentleman who helps you with the coaching and the classes.
We have 15 coaches.
Oh, wow.
And then Dave's now helped move up into our head coaching spot, and then we have Caroline's our gym manager, and then I'm kind of like the third leg of the stool, helping out with whatever needs help with.
How many coaches or classes do you coach in actual week?
So I coach at least my Legends class that I had, a 55 and over class, and that's 3 days a week. I coach a barbell class on Saturday, and then I will fill in wherever else hours are needed. So usually about one a day, which isn't too much, but I started out coaching every class and backed off to doing none, and then now I'm kind of like in the middle. So I get to do what I want to do now.
I think you're the rarity, or you're the exception for CrossFit athletes. Most athletes are not at the highest level are not coaching
anymore.
Anymore.
They used to.
I would say that your generation, I call it the Froning era. The Froning era, a lot of you guys were affiliate owners, coaches, involved in way more in the community than it's definitely gravitated towards. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. To be as good as we were at CrossFit, it's like you had to be around that a lot. So the gym facilitated that. Like you could coach a couple classes, then you work out, and you coach a couple classes, and work out. And that's what most of the guys did a lot of that. So there was definitely more interaction with the community than there is now with the athletes, with regard to the athletes.
Yep. I think there is I think it'll come around. I think there's a movement. You look at Dallin and some of these guys, and Justin, the training in their local affiliates, kind of maybe not coaching, but there's it seems like there's some of the younger guys that are trying to get back to that a little more.
Yeah, that's great.
The last few years, maybe.
Yeah.
You went to the level 2 recently.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about your experience there.
That was my first time doing the level 2. I've done the level 1 a couple times because you have to renew it every 5 years. And I liked it. It pushes you a little bit, and I really liked how they give very good feedback right away. So you get feedback instantly. It's very clear and concise, and it's very helpful.
Yeah.
Like everything that I learned there, I've taken, and it's already better for it. Like just learning how to simplify my cues.
Yeah.
Be very deliberate as to what you're drawing attention to, because attention is like, if you can draw attention to one thing and then work on that one thing, those people at your gym will get better a little bit day by day, just a little bit every day. So that's the goal, is to give everybody in the class something they can do the day, and then for that day, and then they can get better over time. So the level 2 definitely was solid. I'm glad I did it.
We're really proud of the level 2. I think over the years, like obviously the level 1 is a great introductory course to the concepts and showing people how to do the movements and educating people on the methodology. But then the level 2 really taking someone and turning them into, or giving them cues and making them a better coach with feedback on their coaching.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's very specific for coaching.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Like the level 1 was just broad information. Everybody needs both of those.
Yeah.
Sure. If you want to be a coach.
If you want to be a coach, for sure.
Yeah.
Any interest or desire to eventually go for the level 3? Because it's academic in nature. It's a complete written test at this point, and you're a very smart guy.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it.
Okay.
I've heard it's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about your education. You were an engineer?
I was mechanical engineer. I graduated from ODU 2012, a long time ago. I'd have to go back and take all the tests again if I ever wanted to do anything in that field. But
did you enjoy doing that?
I liked it. It was a challenge. Yeah. I liked physics the most.
Yeah.
That just seemed to click with me a little bit better than all the other stuff. But I probably would have done that if I went back again.
Programming.
Yeah.
For your gym. So you program for the gym.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people can also subscribe to your affiliate program.
Yes.
And what's that called?
Affiliate design on the Krypton Athletics page. So it's like the Krypton Athletics is the brand.
Yeah.
And then I have a few, the compete track, the everyday track, and then the affiliate track.
What inspires you, or what guides your programming philosophy for the affiliate?
Yeah. I mean, everything.com puts out, has put out.
Yeah.
I always follow it. I watch the workout every day. All the stuff you've done over the years, I pay attention to the way that you're thinking, because you have to with the games and everything. You kind of know where you're progressing and what veins you're kind of thinking in, what direction you're headed. And then other affiliates or other people that do programming over the years, I have followed a lot of that.
Yeah.
Just ideas here or there. I just kind of gather them all together and then make what I like. This is kind of like art.
Yeah,
you get to make your style. You have your style. So I like just seeing new things, and I'm open to a lot of different styles of programming. It's fun. Like it really is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this. I want to bring this up, the team aspect. So talk about pair or not team. It's partner workouts.
Yeah. No, we do more part. We do so much partner workouts. So many partner workouts. At the gym, we have one on Saturday every Saturday, and then we'll do at least one throughout the week, just in the classes, where you just pair up with somebody. And people, I give this away too, but people don't know how to implement it into their own gym as well as they could.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm in a class and there's a partner workout, I will purposely, no offense to anybody that I partner with, but I'll try to partner with anybody. Like somebody that's brand new, I'll partner with them, and I will
partner with me.
Yeah, well, yeah, sure, but I'll show how you can partner with anybody, and both of you guys should almost end up on the floor after the workout.
Yeah.
Like if you do it right, and I think that just builds the camaraderie a bit. It also it brings up the level of the people that are new, and then you also get to showcase your fitness and push yourself too, which is what it's all about. So
and it definitely, like the camaraderie piece you spoke of, the engagement, maybe even the longevity or the fun and the interest in doing CrossFit. Like if people know, hey, on this day and this day they do partner workouts, you can go in and spend some time suffering with your client, or not client, but your fellow community member.
Yeah.
In a way that the individual training is obviously great, but the partner training, I think, is a nice break to everything.
Absolutely. I mean, training CrossFit should feel like play.
Yeah.
Like it should feel like you're an adult going to a playground at the gym. Like it's an adult playground, and you're like, it should have fun. And that's what partner workouts are fun.
Do you encourage during the partner workouts the other member, if there's like a you go, I go scenario, to actually coach and engage with, even if they're just clients?
I guess I don't encourage that. It happens naturally.
Yeah,
it happens naturally. I don't push anybody to do anything.
One thing that I try to reiterate, or not reiterate, but emphasize with our team and with people within CrossFit is a better educated client makes for a better coached experience. Meaning, like we all got involved in CrossFit, not because we all got involved in CrossFit early on because we were seeing all the content that was being put in out about movement, about coaching, about CrossFit, and that gave us a knowledge base that I think some people these days don't pay attention to that type of stuff or have to the same degree. Meaning, the more knowledge or the more experience you have or understanding of the movements and the methodology, when I'm in a gym with you and you're coaching, the more I know will help you facilitate a better class.
Yeah.
So a better educated client leads to a better experience for everyone in the gym.
That is something that I've noticed that I've written on the whiteboard and put out the CrossFit in 100 words, or, what is work capacity? I'll draw the graph, right? Or they say, here's health, the 3-dimensional graph. I'll draw. People don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah.
Like you have to sit down and like talk to them and say, hey, what do you think? What do you see when you see this? And then explain it to them, I wish there was more of that. You just have to have an interest for it.
Yeah.
You have to have people that, my friend and I did a podcast a while back for a little bit, but that was one of the things we said all the time was like, as an athlete in the gym, when you walk into the gym, you shouldn't just walk in and try to walk in and get your workout, get out.
Yeah.
Like you should be trying to learn, right?
Yeah.
Like ask questions to your coach, and that's how you facilitate the best experience for the class each day and for the people around you. Because a lot of other people have the same questions, they just don't ask them.
Well, and the thing about learning is a choice that you have to go into any environment wanting to make. Meaning, I've heard feedback on level ones, people, and it's rare, people say, I didn't learn anything at this course. And I've been to hundreds of level ones, maybe thousands. And every time I walk into a level one, I go with my eyes wide open and willing and ready to learn anything.
Yeah.
And it might not even be the content. It might be about how a trainer is doing something, or coach is, giving leadership lesson, etc. There's a million things to learn.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to want to learn.
They weren't looking. That person wasn't looking.
They were closed off. They didn't want to learn. They didn't want to open their eyes.
Yeah. It's like you can read the Bible, the same verse in the Bible 100 times and learn something different every time, based off of where you are in your life, what you're looking for, that kind of thing.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Final question, and then we'll end. The refrigerator. Tell us about the refrigerator.
I started training in my parents' garage, and there was the fridge was in the back, and I posted my videos on YouTube because that was like a brand new thing at the time, and people were just fascinated with, just a fridge gets smashed with the weights, and it was just funny, and I don't know why people picked up on it. It's just one of those internet things, like some people pick up on it. So we took a fat head of the fridge and put it on the wall at the gym.
Yep. And so
we couldn't put the actual fridge, it takes too much space.
So when you go to the gym now, I've been there, you have the picture fathead picture of the refrigerator door.
Yeah, I won't let my parents get rid of it either. It's still in their garage.
The original
The same
refrigerator?
one, yeah.
Yeah.
Still runs.
Well, thank you for the time, Ben. This has been awesome. We have some other work to get to, so
Yeah.
we're done here.
Yeah, thanks for having me out.
Yep. Oh, it's fun.
It was good.
See, quick and easy.
Yeah, cool.
I hope it all worked. I think it worked.
Yeah, I mean,